How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and in today's video I will be unboxing, setting up, and reviewing my favorite werewolf animatronic of all time, being the Howler, made by Techie Design and sold exclusively on Haunted Hill Farm. Now, this guy was originally sold all the way back in 2012 at Spirit Halloween, but Haunted Hill Farm has once again partnered with Techie Toys to bring back tons of their classic Halloween animatronics. So I'm really happy they brought back the Howler because this is one of my all-time favorite animatronics. And thank you to Haunted Hill Farm for sending me this guy. I really appreciate it. They have a great social team. They've been helping me out. Anyways, if you want to purchase this guy, be sure to use my link in the description below, or you could purchase this guy directly from Haunted Hill Farm. Anyways, I'm so excited to have the Howler, so let's unbox him. Now, here is what you see when you first open the box, and obviously you get a great look at the Howler right there, as well as a part of his mechanism and his base. But anyways, I'm so excited to see this guy, so let's take him out. Alright, here he is, let out of the box now. I love how Techie packages their stuff. They make it so easy to unbox. Now I can't really do the big reveal with like the face and all, but whatever. Here is the Howler. He's looking fantastic. Let's start undoing all the twist ties and take everything out now. I'm so excited to have this guy. These scissors are made for 5-year-olds. Alright, so the first thing to sort of fall out of the box here is the Howler himself. His whole body just comes as like one piece pretty much. So there's gonna be some pretty minimal setup, I guess, but let's take a closer look. Alright, here is the main man himself, the Howler. What an incredible looking werewolf face that is. I absolutely love this guy's design. There's just something so creepy about his dead white eyes. Take a look at his clothing as well. Get a look at that. That's some pretty cool blood stains he has in there, as well as the cloth basically ripping through. I'm a really big fan of this guy's face. It's made out of a latex material, like a good formed latex, I have to say. This definitely feels high quality. I like it a lot. Also, take a look at the hands now too. Look at those gnarly looking things. I love the little puffs of fur on them though. Ooh, really gross, really creepy, and a good quality plastic as well. Really cool. After that, we have the mechanism. This is like a telescoping pole to lift him up as he raises it up to do his howl. This seems like it's going to be good quality. Definitely a lot better than the 2012 version for sure. This looks really good. Then we have the actual module itself, the control box here. This looks fine, just pretty much standard techie stuff, but it definitely feels good quality for sure. The metal welding here, especially the holes and stuff, that feels really good. Finally, we have the base, and this is really solid and great. Definitely when compared to the 2012 version, this is a massive step up. That thing just had like a circular, crappy plastic base. Yeah, Techie Toys is definitely improving their quality over the years. Over a decade ago now, which is crazy to think that the Howler is 12 years old, the original one at least. But I'm so happy they brought him back this year, and yeah, this is a huge improvement. Feels really good quality. Alright, now that we have everything out of the box, let's begin the setup. Well, with every single setup I've ever done, we start with the base, and then you want to attach the actual mechanism right to it. There's kind of this fork that stands it up properly, so he could obviously raise properly. Then you want to attach the Howler himself to the base. It attaches super easily. Then what you want to do is you want to attach his arms to the base. There's these little wing nuts that you screw in. It's super easy. Then comes the control box and a ton of wires. Then you Velcro his shirt to the base. Now that we have the Howler all set up, it is time for me to review him, and then after that, I'll show you his demo. So here is the Howler back from the dead 12 years later, and I have to say, it is so good to have this guy back. Seriously, a perfect prop to choose on Haunted Hill Farm's part. I'm really happy they're working with Techie to bring back so many classic animatronics that I love so much. Specifically, the Howler, he caught me by surprise that they were bringing him back this year. I could not be happier. Seriously, I absolutely adore this dude. Anyways, let's get into this review. So for the overall look, I have to say it's pretty much perfect. It is a very, very creepy looking werewolf. I think the only thing I would have added is maybe some blood on the face, but other than that, it's just great. He looks identical to his 2012 counterpart, if not better, and that is just such a good thing. I absolutely love the glowing eyes as well. So creepy, so cool. I love the red color, and it's just overall, once again, just such a cool designed werewolf. The detailing on the clothing is also great. I love how you have tufts of fur ripping through the shirt. It looks really cool, and the blood on it as well is fantastic. Overall, I think this is pretty much a perfect werewolf design. It's not cartoony looking. It's basically exactly what you would want from a creepy, scary werewolf, and I honestly really like the fact he's a groundbreaker. Techie Toys has a line of 3 other props like this that basically have the same animation and design as this guy. There's the Howler, Damien, and Demonica. The Howler's by far my favorite though, and is the only one to feature mouth animation, which I've always thought was weird, but hey, I'm really happy he does feature it. We'll get into the animation in a few minutes now, but I definitely think this is the best out of the 3, and Damien is also available at Haunted Hill Farm this year, so be sure to check that out as well if you like Damien better than the Howler, but I really don't understand why you would. The Howler's just the best by far in my opinion. Anyways, the design of this guy is freaking phenomenal in my opinion. Definitely my favorite looking werewolf, and probably my favorite werewolf animatronic ever. Now I'll talk about the animation briefly, and wow, he does a lot. Mouth animation, as I already mentioned, obviously he lifts himself out of the grave pretty much. I love that rising motion. And he also moves his head from side to side and lifts up his head as well. So you're getting a lot here, which I think is awesome. All the movements are very fluid and realistic as well. There's something very realistic and creepy about the movements on this guy. I think the animation is really stellar. Now I'll talk about the audio, and man, is this the best werewolf audio, and probably just some of the best audio we've ever gotten on an animatronic. I'm being dead serious when I say that. This has some of my favorite audio of all time. The screaming and growling coming from this guy is horrific sounding. I also love the bone snapping as he moves and lifts his head. It's so gross, nasty, and scary. Awesome. I also absolutely love the howling as well. Obviously, this guy is the Howler, so he's gonna howl, and the howling sounds awesome. Overall, again, honestly, some of the best audio we've ever gotten. It's so scary, so just crazy sounding. I really don't know how to describe it, but Techie knocked it out of the park with the audio on this one. Now, unfortunately, the speaker quality on this guy isn't that great. It definitely should have been a little bit better considering the general quality of speakers we've been getting on animatronics now, but it's definitely not the worst though. I do have to say that. You could also adjust the volume to be really, really loud if you want, which I think is great. So you're going to hear this guy screaming throughout the entire neighborhood on Halloween night, which is just so awesome. Once again, I think the audio is truly phenomenal. Now I'll quickly speak on his quality. I think it's really, really good. I mean, all things considered, modern Techie has stepped up their game massively in terms of the mechanics on props. It's definitely way, way better than their 2012 version of this guy. They're genuinely uncomparable at this point with how much better the new version is, which I think is just great. It's so nice to see how far Techie has come, especially in terms of their mechanics. Anyways, if you want my honest opinion, I definitely could see this guy lasting more than a couple seasons. It definitely feels like good quality. As long as you take care of it and don't leave it out in bad weather, it's gonna be fine. So the quality is not something I'd worry about. And finally, I'll talk about his price. This guy retails for $176. Now, I think that's definitely a little bit steep. I mean, it's not the biggest prop in the world, but then again, it's better than paying like $600 for the 2012 version on eBay. I mean, sure, you are getting the original, but really with this version existing, there's absolutely no point in getting that one because this is just so much better on every single level. And again, it's cheaper. I do see anything over $150 for this guy being a little bit pricey, but in my opinion, it's worth it for the best werewolf of all time. So my final verdict, I definitely recommend getting this guy. Once again, be sure to use my link. I genuinely love the Howler. I've been waiting to get this guy for so long, and I'm so damn happy to finally have him. Anyway, the moment you all been waiting for, take a look at the demos. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching this unboxing, setup, and review of the Howler. Remember, if you want to purchase this guy, please be sure to use my link in the description. That will bring you to an Amazon page for this guy, and you can buy it directly from Haunted Hill Farm. Anyways, everybody, I'm so happy to have this guy. I really, really love him. So be sure to let me know what you think of the Howler in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys think. Be sure to like, subscribe, and remember, nobody outpixelates the